So you'll have to excuse the dog on my head. She has just decided to sit behind me in a really unsalubrious spot for the aesthetics. Um, as a UK social worker, one of the key pieces of legislation that allows us to provide care and support for autistic people is under the Care Act 2014. Commonly, what social workers will do is they will go out and they will do what is called a care needs assessment. However, the legislation can seem a bit opaque and it can seem very difficult to interpret actually what are they asking for when they ask me, is my food and eating all right? For example. And it can be really quite difficult to know what details are relevant and what details are irrelevant. So I thought it would be really helpful for me to do a deep dive, kind of bit by bit, of what a care needs assessment entails, what kind of questions are they asking about, and what is it you need to prepare in advance before you go into that care needs assessment. Because we know it can sometimes be really difficult to think on the spot, think on the fly without additional processing details. So there are key areas that are defined in the legislation that will be covered, and I'm going to go into each one of them one by one so people have an idea of the kind of things that they could talk about, because there is a lot of nuance to it. And I think often autistic people will give a yes or no answer to a closed question, or find an open question really overwhelming, or without the contextual information that allows you to work out exactly what the purpose of that question is. It can be really hard to engage with this kind of assessment because you don't really know what the social worker or assessor is looking for. So that's what I want to do. And the key areas of a care needs assessment, I'll see if I can remember it, see what my training's like, are managing and maintaining nutrition, managing and maintaining personal hygiene, being appropriately clothed, maintaining the house in a habitable fashion, maintaining the home safely, accessing public spaces, community resources, that sort of thing, toileting, and I've already talked about accessing the community, looking after children, and accessing work and training. So those are kind of the key areas. I'm going to do one section on each of those with a little bit of discussion and a further article explaining exactly what it is that people are looking for and what the threshold is for each of those care needs, because often we'll have support needs but not care needs, and I'll be explaining in these articles the difference between the two. I hope this is helpful.